Hello everyone and welcome to the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. I'm your show host, Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yagu. We are your one-stop news shop for the latest and greatest across gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and music. Thus, we are also amplifying voices from those respective fields and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. Your support keeps the lights rolling and keeps the content coming. You can support us over at anchor.fm/theMacPlay/support or via Patreon. Also, recruit and above, get the show ad free. Go to recruit and above, have exclusive access to the post show, early access, and so much more. Learn more and become a Patreon supporter today at patreon.com/TheMacPlay or even by using our Epic credit code TheMacPlay. We are Epic partners, so every purchase you make within the Epic store, when you use that credit code, you do get a commission and a slight kickback. Help support the show for the elevators and no extra cost to you. So use that credit code whether you buy anything in Rocket League, Fortnite, even Fall Guys. Now that it's free everywhere. So this is the Impact Play Spoilercast, episode 187, where we will be reviewing episode 3 of Miss Marvel, otherwise known as Destined, for that third episode. So stay tuned and enjoy. Alrighty folks, so please keep in mind that the spoilercast will of course have spoilers, hence the name. But nonetheless, this will be a timed exclusive for our Patreon supporters, so they will have first dibs on this piece of content. So if you are interested in getting this exclusive first look of our spoilercast, be sure to subscribe at patreon.com/TheMacPlay to be a golden recruit and above. Yeah, go to Cruise and above in order to have access to this content and more. But nonetheless, this will be available publicly on YouTube.com as well as platform services around the globe. So I literally just completed episode 3. I know there's 2 more episodes that are available now, episode 4 and 5, which we will do as soon as we can. Because I've been I had literally this work is constantly. So we are literally rolling out content as the week progresses. So thank you for being patient with us and supporting us every step of the way. But nonetheless, we're gonna get right into it, folks. We usually have something to what's that word? To look back on. But nonetheless, we literally just watched it, so I'll just go over the top of my head. So episode 3 it literally started off in the past. Okay, so I'll start with this actually. At the end of episode 2, we saw episode 2? Let me see. Let me make sure. Let me have this app open. It should be it is episode 3. Yeah, episode 3. Destined. So at the end of episode 2, we saw Kamala being rescued by her crush, as well as a lady that was in the back of the car. But so what happened is at the beginning of the third episode, we saw Kamala's grandmother, a great grandmother, one of them, Aisha, the one that her mother doesn't like to. No, I know. So her great grandmother, because it's her mother's mother. So we saw her, and I guess as she might have been a lot older than Kamala, but a lot younger than her mother. So we saw her in the past, as well as maybe a group of 5 or 6 others amongst themselves. They were trying to recover the bangles that one of the ones that Kamala is, discovered and then helped unlock her powers, her in-depth powers. So we saw them looking for that as British. As the Britain was invading the country. So they found the bangle, and then it was foretold saying that you needed to have 2 in order to help them be free, which we found out later on as Kamala was being rescued at the end of episode 2. And we found out later that the crush in that lady that was with him is his mother. And this group of 5 or 6 people, they're hundreds of years old. at least 100 that we learned in this episode. And apparently, they're no his mother, as well as all the others, are a group of, I guess, people that have been banished from their realm. So they're essentially from another universe, including Kamala's great grandmother. No, Kamala's grandmother. Apparently, they're all from another universe, which essentially they were known, I guess, as many different names, and one of them being jinn, which is an Islamic, I guess, folklore. Not folklore. I guess in our religious text, they're known as a different type of being. So I'm not gonna get into religion, but I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a highlight where the jinn, well, like God made. I guess we're not gonna get into that specifics, but it's another class of being that was created amongst others. So that's where I'm gonna leave it. But essentially, what they are is they live in the shadows, so they're not seen essentially. But these group, I guess they look like human beings, but I guess they've been exiled from where they were, and then they were, and it was foretold that both Bengals will help them get to their home or universe or wherever they're trying to get to, or wherever they're trying to return to. But the thing that I don't get is, if they've been exiled, why not just start home somewhere else? Even though they've been living hundreds of years on Earth, why not just live your life there? Even though we saw Horcrux's mother was among them, and she ended up having a family of her own, which we know she has a son here. So why not just live here and that's it? That's it. And if you apparently you were exiled for a reason, why would you want to go back to the a place entirety that you were exiled from? It doesn't make any sense. Where you're not welcome, essentially. But yeah. But nonetheless, they went to Kamala for help, to help them return to their home. And we found out later on that they're all selfish except for Kamala's crush. So we found out later on that, I guess, she texted her crush saying that I need some more time. Bruno ended up discovering some text with the help of Kamala's dad unknowingly, that what it was for. That it might bring the end of the world if they return home. So it'll literally destroy everything. So, and then, I need some time, that might be dangerous. And then, so his mother found his phone, and like, what did he tell me? Yeah, she needs some time, because it might be dangerous. Maybe we can find another way, what have you, right? So, fast forward, she literally said this, like, I don't care, I'm done asking. So he went to go warn her, and all this was happening at her brother's wedding. The ceremony was being held. So they're all dancing, celebrating, and then out of nowhere, her crush comes in, like, you have to get out of here, your whole family's in danger. And then, like, she said, no, I'll get back to you. I'm like, yeah, but you're in danger. They don't care about nothing else. They'll call everybody in their path. So she saw the rest of them, the rest of the, I guess, the jinn group, I guess you could say, the exiled jinns. She put the fire alarm to hopefully get them out of harm's way, and she'll try to deal with them herself. So she was being jumped left and right, and then her crush ended up. Essentially we known is that they've, I guess, learned martial arts, and they have some really good ass weapons. Where one has a spear, one has like a giant axe, one has what's that thing called, with the long chain and a blunt object at the end. And then her crush ended up helping her, but he was knocked unconscious within no time at all. And then what helped was, in the nick of time, that department that was after Kamala, we learned that apparently they think that she's evil or bad or what have you, and they want to capture her. So instead, they end up capturing this group of exiled jinns, which actually helped her. So I help, and then Bruno try to defend her, try to help out, but he was knocked out and then injured. And then as him and Bruno ended up escaping unseen, which doesn't make sense out of a door, a loud door to close. But that's another thing for you. Another thing that doesn't make sense. They were able to escape a whole SWAT team essentially. How does that make any sense? Like, come on. But yeah, but another thing that I'm enjoying the show is I could relate to the character in some capacity. But as we move along, oh yeah, I forgot about something, but I'll talk about that earlier. I'll talk about that later on. I'll make a U-turn. Nonetheless, we see them escaping through that door, and she uses her power. She put like a crystallized light against the door to prevent anyone from opening it. And who's seen them? Nadia, which is her friend. And then she just got so caught up in the moment where she felt betrayed because she didn't tell her, like, you're a limelight, da, 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 da. And then Bruno's like, no, we don't have time for that. I'll explain everything. Just go, they're after you. So, Kamal escaped, and then she walked to Bruno, and the funny thing was, like, are you okay? Like, no, I'm not okay. Because he got injured. Fast forward, we'll go, she's seen in her house, and then I guess one of the aunties saw Kamala pull the fire alarm, or was it you? And then, what were these people you were hanging around with? And they're like, I can't tell you, because it's going to put your lives in even more danger than it already is. Like, I can't tell you. And then I guess her mother's feeling betrayed, her parents are feeling betrayed, but like literally. But I guess we'll find out what's going to happen in episode 4, but I'm going to make a U-turn, like I said I was going to do, in the midst of all this. In the midst of the wedding. Bruno, I guess, couldn't attend or something, but he did attend. So, he sent her a gift where I had a mask, which is the mask that we know her as, Miss Marvel, with that blue. I guess it doesn't have like a strap or something like that, so I'm assuming it's like an adhesive where it just sticks to her face. But that's gonna be the start of her new costume, so I'm excited to see the rest of it. And then oh yeah, I forgot to mention another important part too. As she was fighting them, as she was being jumped from these exiled jinns, or I guess one of her notable powers, kind of I don't know if she's able to control it or was just in the midst of the chaos of trying to protect herself and Bruno, where we know that in the comics she's able to expand her arms, her body, and all that stuff. But in this series, it's more of a light of crystal around her emanating. So she was throwing punches, like it usually expands, but instead of it expanding, it's that crystal aura going around her fist and then shaping into a much bigger fist. So she was punching them left and right, which then helped that apartment that's after her help them I guess arrest them, but put them in their custody. But nonetheless, I did enjoy it. And another moment as it happened shortly after, in the beginning, after she met the exiled jinns, where that secret department ended up telling that mask, oh, we're looking for this enhanced individual. We know she's working out of this mask, like. Then so we saw Nadia, of course, she ended up being officially recognized as part of the board, which she was after in episode 2, which she was trying to achieve. So she's an official board director of that mask, which is something that she's been striving for. But nonetheless, she ended up handing that down like nothing. And then also one thing that I noticed too, there was, I guess, a TikTok of of Kamala rescuing the kid from episode 2, the one who was falling from the window, and from that mask. I guess trying to catch him as he was falling. So they made like a not a reel. What's that thing called? A boomerang where it keeps going back and forth, forward and backwards. So of her like trying to rescue the kid and bringing the kid back up. But nonetheless, something clicked in her head as she was viewing it. So I feel like she has an idea of how to use her abilities, or even something costume related. So I feel like I had to notate that as well, because it's something that we might have. You might something that I guess is worth noting, because it might I guess expand upon in the next episodes or so. So we just have to wait and see on that. But as far as the rating, I didn't enjoy this episode, but I feel like it's connecting more dots. But also there was a cliffhanger at the end of this episode, which I just remembered to bring up, when her nanny, which I thought was her grandmother. I'm assuming it might be her great grandmother. Someone she calls nanny, essentially, in elder, told her that she needs to come overseas to come see her, because and she's like, oh, did he see that? Did he see the light or the dream or what have you? So essentially, it's referring to the figure that Kamala's that's seeing on consistently. It's like, wait, so that means that she might have some knowledge of the abilities as well. So I feel like it's okay. It's literally connecting the dots. So I feel like I can't really give it a 4. I have to give it like a 3.5, a 3.5 star rating out of a 5-star rating for this specific episode of Miss Marvel. So we just have to wait and see on the next episodes. So once we're all caught up on Miss Marvel, there will still be spoiler cast. So that's what we're gonna do from here on out. With these, I guess these not limited runs of these series runs, like we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, Miss Marvel. Hopefully, we're gonna have Ironheart and what have you. So I guess be on the lookout for that content and more coming your way soon. As I said in the beginning of this episode, this will be a Patreon first timed exclusive. For everyone else, this will be available publicly later on YouTube.com/THEIMPACTPLAY, as well as podcast services around the globe. So be on the lookout for that. Let us know your feedback. Send us a read email. Send us your thoughts on this spoilercast and what other content you want to see from us as well here on the Play. So we take your feedback accordingly, and we'll relay that message accordingly as well. So nonetheless, you can read like I said, you can send us a read email, but 3 ways. You have email, read email at theimpactplay.com, a voice note over at FM/TheImpactPlay, or even via Discord, where we have a special read email Discord as well. So you have those 3 ways. Your read email will either be read live on the show or played live on the show. So when we do play it live, you'll be notified via Anchor, the way you submit it at Anchor.fm/TheImpactPlay. So thank you guys so much for joining alongside with us and being with us every step of the way. Especially goes to above. You have our extreme thanks, our extreme gratitude. For everyone else, thank you guys so much as well. If you guys are interested, be sure to check out as well as the regular broadcast of the show, where we do it live on twitch.tv/TheImpactPlay. We post it in podcasts around the globe, as well as YouTube and a bunch of other places as well. So check out even our bite-sized clips over on TikTok, Instagram Reels, even via YouTube Shorts. Just search for The Impact Play, and it's all one word, by the way. Thank you guys so much, folks. Have a good one, and until next time.